The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus was driving out a demon that was mute. And when the demon had gone out, the mute man spoke, and the crowds were amazed. Some of them said, "By the power of Beelzebul, the prince of demons, he drives out demons." Others, to test him, asked him for a sign from heaven. But he knew their thoughts and said to them, "Every kingdom divided against itself will be laid waste, and house will fall against house. And if Satan is divided against himself, how will his kingdom stand? For you say that it is by Beelzebul that I drive out demons. If I then drive out demons by Beelzebul, by whom do your own people drive them out? Therefore, they will be your judges. But if it is by the finger of God that I drive out demons, then the kingdom of God has come upon you. When a strong man, fully armed, guards his palace, his possessions are safe. But when one stronger than he attacks and overcomes him, he takes away the armor on which he relied and distributes the spoils. Whoever is not with me is against me. Whoever does not gather with me scatters." My sisters and brothers, the gospel of the Lord. We certainly can see in the time of Jesus how many people, included many religious people, did harden their hearts. When you think about it, all that he did, and the healings and the preaching and the showing goodness and mercy, that people still, in this case, looked at him, and when he drove out this demon, he right away said, "Oh, he's done that by the power of Beelzebul." In other words, he's the evil one. He's the one that you can't trust. He's the one you shouldn't listen to. And yet people knew, we heard that in other parts of the gospel, that Jesus had the authority because he lived what he preached. And in everything he did, he reached out to show understanding and mercy and compassion. And we see one more time, and we also have to look at our own lives, how they could make such an excuse. They could say, "Oh, we still don't have to follow him, we don't have to listen to him, because he's of the evil one." And we're reminded, going back even to the first reading from Jeremiah, and even the readings, especially all through Lent, that there's so many different ways they individually and as a nation hardened their heart. We have to look at the same thing individually and as a nation. Individually, are we in circumstances daily saying, "Lord, what do you want me to do with this person or this situation? Help me to take the time to hear you, to listen to you," because he is speaking in so many everyday certain situations, but sometimes we get preoccupied, and very honestly, we don't want to listen because he may ask something of us we don't want to do. And we're reminded as a nation, we always have to look at ourselves, because our commitment's not to the kingdom of the United States of America. Our commitment is the kingdom of God. And we have to ask in many ways, how are we individually and as a nation really following and listening to the will of God? So we take a moment now. Sometimes we need to have a checkup on our heart. Is it hardened? Sometimes we have to have a checkup on our ears. Are we hearing? Sometimes even our mouth, to see, are we really proclaiming what God would want us to by the very example of our lives? Lent, day in and day out, it calls us, we probably get tired of it, calls us to a deeper look within ourselves to see where conversion still needs to happen. Take that moment. God bless you.